Hello everyone! Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. At again, this is Richard Solomon of my YouTube channel, Cha and My Narratives, The Stroke Survivor, Laban Lang. Okay, I hope may sentro ako. Well, unang-una, shout out to sa aking kumparing si Samuel Collado. Paring Sam, this is for you. Well, this guy actually messaged me this morning, and he asked me, "Pre, ang dami mong write-ups sa Facebook sa wall, at I am with you on what you're standing for." No, may mga ako kasi sa Facebook, I make it a personal choice, a personal concern to support the candidate that I wanted for the presidency in the coming 2022 national elections, especially sa presidency and vice presidency at least, and sa senators na rin. No? Now, I am honest every time na kung kanino ako nakasuporta, and ever since, I am actually a Marcos loyalist. Not only me, but the whole of our Solomon family, na ang siblings ko actually ngayon, na 5 sila na nasa Australia, are all Marcos loyalists as far as I am concerned, or as far as I know them. At yung nanay ko, and even yung tatay kong pumanaw na 3 years ago, no, alam ko rin ang stand niya. Kahit yung kapatid ko rin na pumanaw na, alam ko rin na. So, solido kami, puro kami. We are all Marcos loyalists, true-blooded Marcos loyalists ever since. I was born here in Guadalupe Nuevo, Makati, January 23, 1967. So, right now, I am 54 years old. And so you could imagine, why am I a Marcos loyalist? So I lived during my my childhood days up to my teenager days in the martial law, during the martial law. Martial law was actually declared September 21, which is tomorrow, no? Anniversary, no? September 21, 1972. And I was already 5 years old then. 5 years old. So, do I remember a lot? Well, not so much yet. Yes, I would agree. But, elementary, of course, nung nag-elementary na ako, at the age of 6, 7 years old, I was already aware of, I already have senses. I remember almost everything. Nung bata ako, pumapasok ako, naglalakad ako pababa diyan sa sa Guadalupe Nuevo, sa Nemesio Yabot Elementary School, or formerly we called it Guadalupe Elementary School. Okay, so mayor namin noon ay si Nemesio Yabot. Kaya nga naging Nemesio Yabot yung elementary school namin. Okay, so, and of course the president then was the former president, the great president Ferdinand E. Marcos. Now, it was lifted, the martial law was lifted. I was already 14 years old, or I was already second year in high school. It was lifted January 17, 1981. Okay, so may mga senses na ba ako? Alam ko na ba ang nangyayari noon? Yes. Mula nung elementary ako hanggang second year high school ako, that was the martial law days. That was the martial law period. That was 9 years to be exact. Okay? Yung tagal ng martial law. And during that time, pinakamagandang part nun is nung elementary kami, no? Kasi kasama ako sa nabiyayaan kami mga nasa public school elementary, pero hanggang graduate ako ng grade 6. We are recipient of the national feeding program sa mga public schools nitong Nutriban. Okay? Unfortunately, para sa mga private schools, hindi sila kasama doon sa feeding program. No? Mayayaman na sila, hindi sila mga malnourished. There's a higher percentage of malnourished children, syempre, sa aming mga mahihirap, sa poorer sector, no? So, I don't know kung nasa poverty line kami, no? Hindi naman masipag yung nanay at tatay ko magtrabaho, kaya hindi naman kami hirap na hirap. Anyway, so, yun yung beautiful part nung kay Presidente Marcos during the Marcos. Meron kaming Nutriban na napakamura. Kung bibili naman kami extra, mag-uwi kami sa bahay, pinapabili ako naman. Buhat-buhat ko yan sa ulo ko eh. Minsan nga, meron akong crush na classmate ko. Nagpabili yung nanay niya na Nutriban. Tuwan-tuwa ako kahit dalawa. Magaan lang naman eh. Kasi ang isang supot parang 10. So pag dalawang supot na malaki, binili mo, 20. Karga-karga ko sa ulo. Tuwan-tuwa ako. Dinadalan ko yung, ako yung bumibili. At hinahatid ko dun sa crush ko na classmate kong babae. No? So those were the funny days of my elementary school. So kasama nun, meron kaming claim. No? Isipin mo yun. And all of those the feeding program is President Ferdinand E. Marcos feeding program, national feeding program, in coordination with the US aid of the United States of America and its government. No? So napakaganda, meron pa nga nag-remind sa akin kanina, may oatmeal pa, yes. Time to time may oatmeal pa siya, no? So kaya I would believe na dahil sa tagal ng panahon na yun, nawala yung nagbigyan ng remedy, na solution ang malnourishment noon sa Pilipinas. Because of that. That was a very beautiful program of the late President Ferdinand E. Marcos. Okay. So, pagdating naman sa peace and order, napakaganda nun. Aware na ako nun dahil high school na ako, no? Nawala yung mga gulo-gulo. Kasi na parang for a while, kaya na-declare yun noong 1972. Siyempre, medyo bata pa ako, hindi ko pa alam yun. 5 years old. Balita sa akin ng tatay ko, nagkaroon kasi ng maraming, parang anarchy, no? Nagwawala yung mga tao sa kalsada, mga radical students, mga communists, left-leaning, no? So, that's the very reason why the president declared martial law. Because if you are the president of a certain country, you are just like the father of the country, of the Philippines. He wanted to restore peace and order in the country. No? Actually, hindi naman magulo sa ibang lugar eh. Dito lang sa Metro Manila. Dahil dito yung namumuno mga komunista. Yan, led by Joe Maciso. Sila Boss Kaino. Sino-sino pa ba yun? Ayun, sila Ninoy Aquino, no? Especially. So, aware na ako hanggang sa high school, no? Pero nung na-implement ng martial law, it was, for me and to our family, it was the best time of our lives compared to the lives 30 years after. Why? Dumumi ang Pilipinas. Kita nyo, yung Manila Bay, diba? Kailan lang nalinis yan? Kung hindi pa kay Duterte, hindi nalinis yan. Dati naman talaga maganda yan, malinis. Naliligo kami doon every Sunday. Pumupunta yung buong pamilya namin, pati mga auntie ko, dinadala kami ron, mga bata kami. Dahil napakaganda noon na Manila Bay. Pwede kayo maligo dyan, pati hanggang sa Baclaran. May kamag-anak kasi kami mangingisda doon eh. So, maganda ba nung panahon ng Marcos? It was the best. It was the best time. I am 54 years old now. It was the best time the most time of my lifetime. At the age of 54 even. For 34 plus years, it was I cannot compare it to the Marcos era. I'm sorry to say, but I'm just being honest. These are my personal experiences, this other than the experiences of my brothers and sisters and my parents especially. No, I can speak on their behalf because their stories I've heard already, no. Na ano yung mga hindi ko na na-experience noon or mabata pa ako, natanong ko na yan sa tatay at nanay ko. Hindi mo mababago ang experience ng isang tao. Okay? Now, the reason why also this vlog is also in reflection sa nangyaring Toni Gonzaga and the interview niya kay Bong Bong Marcos. Well, the truth was, itong reaction ko, my 2 cents, is actually my 2 cents from the start. Hindi pa pumuputok yung Toni Gonzaga issues. On the second day that kasi, by the way, just to inform everyone, lalo yung mga bago pa sa channel ko, hindi pa ako napapanood, I never watched TV for the past 20 plus years already. I actually watch more YouTube since then. It was since YouTube started 16 years ago. May 16 years na po kasi YouTube, no? Why I shifted from YouTube, from mainstream entertainment or TV, no, television, because what you see in YouTube are more true to life than what you watch in the mainstream programs, no. Noong pa nahalata ako, lalo na namulat na ako sa journalism. In my college days, nakita ko maraming yung natutunan ko sa journalism, hindi yun na nakikita ko sa mainstream media, no. Marami ako nakikitang kamalian, marami ako nakikitang kasinungalingan, fabrications. Bakit ganitong balita na sa totoo lang ito nangyayari? I'm already aware of that, no. And idealistic ako nung nasa college ako, especially dahil yun natutunan ko sa the real essence of journalism is really just telling the story of what is really happening around and not covering it up with something that is more pleasing or more destructive. Kung ano lang yung nangyayari, yun lang dapat ang ibalita. And when you interview people, there are 5 elements actually of journalism, and I would read it to you, no. Ano ba ang elements of 5 elements of journalism, of true journalism? It should be truth. There should be truth and accuracy in it, in the reports, in the article. It should have independence. Okay? So, wala nakikialam. There should be fairness and impartiality. So, dapat what is fair for all. It should be it should have humanity element in it, and accountability. So, kung sino nag-report, sino gumawa ng article na yun, should be accountable for what he or she wrote. And mind you, nawala yun. Natawa nga ako sa nabasa ko ngayon about the word of journalism. Pero kung nabago na, dati pag sinabi mong journalism, eto lang yun Ngayon nabago na. May nasabi na rito na the journalism today is not what the journalism is before. Updated na rin yung meaning ng journalism. Natawa na lang ako na sinasabi, you don't expect today that you see and read on the newspaper, mainstream media is what really is the truth about it. So ano ibig sabihin nun? Bakit ganun na ang updated definition of journalism? Because the truth is, nobody does it anymore as honest as it is, or it should be, just like before, no? And now, going to Toni Gonzaga, that's the reason why when I've watched the interview of Toni Gonzaga to Bong Bong Marcos, honestly, I admire Toni Gonzaga for the first time. Because I know what journalism is. No? I know what should be, how a question should be asked, not only to Bong Bong Marcos, but to anyone. It should have fairness and impartiality. Hindi mo titignan tao kung sino siya. Hindi mo titignan kung siya ay Marcos, kung siya ay Aquino. Titignan mo yung you should be careful in asking the questions, the proper questions that you should ask. It should be fair and just to all. Hindi yung ang tanong mo para bang leading to the destruction of someone. Hindi ganun. And I've noticed that in several times in mainstream media, hindi ko na ako magbabanggit ng mga pangalan ng mga reporter, no? Kilala nyo siya. Nariyan pa rin sila. Ilang dekada na, pero basura pa rin ang mga pagre-report, pag-i-interview nila. Pag yung mga kaalyado sa dilawan, ang gaganda ng mga tanong nila. Hindi pa sumasagot yung may puri na kagad na dugtong no? Ganon. Pero kapag sa Marcos, hindi pa natatapos yung tanong, babarahin na. Hindi pa natatapos yung sagot niya doon sa tanong na siya rin na nagtanong. Tinitira na uli. Dinidiin, dinidikdik. So, is that the real essence of journalism? I don't think so. That's not what I've learned. Very idealistic akong tao Boy Scout ako Kung ano yung natutunan ko, dapat yun rin ang nakikita ko. But, you know what? Sabi nga, money talks. Going back kay Toni Gonzaga, the truth is, bakit ko yun binigay ko respeto kay Toni Gonzaga? It's because not only that she was not choosing who to interview, kahit sino pa siya. She also, her questions are very impartial, are very fair, are very just. Those are just questions, very intellectually prepared questions. And there's humanity in it because wala siyang tanong na nakasakit, no? Because you have to remember, in journalism also, kailangan ikaw ang nag-interview, dapat ibigay mo yung respeto na yun sa taong ini-interview mo. Kahit sabihin mong napakasama niya pang tao, kahit siya ay si Saddam Hussein, kahit siya ay si sino ba yung mga kilalang terrorist, no? Kahit sila pa yun, ibigay mo yung respeto dahil in-interview mo sila pinaunlakan ka. So, huwag mo silang bastusin. Pero anong ginagawa ng mga reporter natin ngayon? Bastos. Binabastos. So, anong ginawa mo sa interviewing mo? Pinapahiya mo? Bakit? Para mas sikat ka kaysa kanila? Or mas bossy ang dating mo? Or dahil mas malaki ang bayad ni boss? Dikdikin mo yan. Kasi Marcos yan So, ganun ba? Ganun ba ang dapat na society natin? And I'll tell you this, for the 34 or 35 years that na dinikdik, niyurakan, nilait, pinasulangalingan, binagbintangan ang mga Marcos ng kung ano-ano. May tanong ako sa inyo, mapa Marcos loyalist, mapa Duterte, mapa Dilawan dyan. Kailan nyo narinig ang Marcos na nag-retaliate back? Kailan nyo narinig ang Marcos na umalma? Sinabi, dinepensa kagad sa hindi kami magnakaw, hindi kami ganyan, hindi kami ganyan. Was there an instance? Kung sakaling ngayon nakakapagsalita sila, unang-una karapatan nila, pero still, you can see in the Marcoses that they're still a dignified person, na hindi sila bengkatibo Hindi sila bengatibong tao. Because alam niyo, natatanda ko sinabi ni Ma'am Imelda Marcos, our First Lady then. Hayaan niyo sila. Because the truth will set us free. Because the truth will set you free. It's biblical, no? So, they always believe na the truth will set them free. They fought their cases in the courts, and you know what? Almost, I think, 75% of that were already dismissed. Meron yung isa sinasabing conviction, sinasabi ng Dilawan ngayon na meron pa rin, na na-convict daw. Na-convict. Ma'am Imelda Marcos was actually absent in the promulgation. Tapos dineclare nila, verdict nila is what? Guilty? Ano yun? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I've heard this also from my lawyer friends and compadres. No? Anyway, I'm not pointing at anyone, but you know yourselves, they know their selves, no? So anyway, so hanga ako kay Toni Gonzaga, no? Kahit alam ko, honestly, actually, nung ginawa yung interview, nung nag-umpisa pa, sabi ko, bakit in-interview niya si Bong Bong Marcos? Medyo, alam ko na interview niya sila Len, at kung sino-sino pa, mga politiko. Pero, para bang, ako pa yung natatakot sa mga tanong na gagawin ni, But in fairness to Toni Gonzaga, she did a very fine job. She just asked questions that is fair, impartial, and it's just like a casual talk. No? Salute to Toni Gonzaga. Salute to her. I really admire her. In the parlance of journalism, word journalism, I admire her so much. Mas magaling pa siya at mas totoo pa siya kaysa sa mga kilalang mga journalist dyan at reporters na kinariyan sa mga mainstream media, GMA or ABS-CBN especially. I'm sorry. But that's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. Okay. Now, going back sa martial law. Sabi nila, yan, napanood ko yung sa ni Etang Rosales at video ni Eddie Garcia. Natuwa nga ako nung napanood ko yung mga salita ni Eddie Garcia, mga sinabi niya about martial law. Ang sabi niya, there's nothing wrong with martial law. Pag mabait kang tao, masunurin ka sa batas, sa patakaran ng gobyerno, walang mangyayari sa'yo. Pero kung hindi ka, lumalaban ka sa gobyerno, talaga may kalalagyan ka. Which is true. And I saw that earlier in my life. Kung ako, for example, estudyante na ako, kung ako sumama sa mga rally, may kalalagyan din ako. Now, this is my last 2 cents. Speaking of martial law. Martial law or non-martial law, mapamay martial law o wala, hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas. Pumunta ka sa ibang bansa. Bawat bansa ay may batas. Pumunta ka sa ibang bansa. Lumabag ka sa batas. Lumabag ka sa gobyerno doon. Or kahit national ka doon. Sa China, national ka. Hindi ba't lahat may kalalagyan kapag lumabang ka sa batas, lumabang ka sa gobyerno? So wala pong pinagkaiba yon sa batas militar or martial law. Wala pong pinagkaiba yun. Alam mong curfew ng alas 12 ng gabi, lumabas ka, sinubukan mo ang gobyerno. Sinubukan mo batas. Bawal mag-rally, nag-rally ka. Martial law nga no? Ibig sabihin, martial law, there's a military rule. Bawal yun na mag-rally, manira ka pa ng mga gamit, public mga properties. Di siyempre, dadamputin ka, ikukulong ka, kung lumalaban ka, di masasaktan ka. Siyempre, kailangan rin nilang depensahan yung mga sarili, either police o mga militar. Kaysa sila masaktan, ikaw talaga masasaktan, ikaw lumabag sa batas, ikaw ang dinakip. So what is wrong with that? Ako hindi, wala akong nakikita mali doon, ikaw ang mali. Lumabag ka nilabanan mo batas, sinubukan mo ang batas. So, ito nakakatawa sa mga lahat na nagrarally mula noon hanggang ngayon, mga maiingay, yung mga nagsasalita, human rights violation. Ito ang tama, opinion ko eh. 2 cents ko sa inyo. Alam nyong bawal eh, sinubukan nyo. Tapos, ngayon nagko-complain kayo hanggang ngayon. At tumanda na kayo lahat-lahat, nagsasalita pa rin kayo. Itong atrocities of martial law, the inhuman treatment to us during the martial law. Ang tanong ito, ano ba ginawa mo nung martial law? Sino ka during the martial law? Ano ang mga nilabag mo? Ano mga violation mo? Ano yung ginawa mong paglabag sa batas nung martial law? So, kung kaya mong sagutin yan, so alam mo na yung sagot. Dapat sa sarili mo. Kung bakit nangyari rin sa'yo yung mga sinasabi mong pang-abuso ng mga militar o ano man na sinasabi mong hindi dapat nangyari sa iyo. In the first place, wala pong nangyari sa inyo kung kayo ay nanatili lang kayo sa bahay or isang mabuti kayong citizen ng bansang ito. And I tell you, sa pamilya namin, 7 kami magkakapatid, meron ba naparusahan sa amin? Sa mga kamag-anak namin, meron rin ba? Kasi wala eh. Mababait kami. Law-abiding citizen kami. Pero meron ba ako nabalita ang mga nakulong, nasaktan, no? Meron din. Eh wala eh, nilabanan. Kapitbahay nga lang namin, tinanong kami, sila, ganun-ganun pa sila nun, hindi ko pa naintindihan, no? Laban daw eh. Kasama sila sa EDSA. And sabi nila, kayo ba, hindi ba kayo galit sa Marcos? Bakit? Sabi ng tatay ko, bakit? Eh kami, pinagkukulong kami, ganyan. Hindi lang masagot ng tatay ko, kayo. Kayo yun. Kami hindi. Kontento kami sa buhay noon sa panahon ni Marcos eh. Maayos yung palakad niya. Napakaganda ng martial law. Okay? So kayo mga wala kayong experience sa martial law, huwag kayong nagsasalita. Huwag kayong narinig nyo lang, nabasa nyo lang sa libro. Wala po kayong experience sa martial law. Kami, I'm 54 years old. I was 5 years old and I was 14 years old when martial law ended. And I've seen the life during martial law days. As I've said, and I will repeat it again, it was the best years. It was the golden years of the Philippine history. With that, please, if you like this vlog, subscribe, like, and comment below. Wag lang violente. I might say, reply a thing or two, or I might not. Depende po yun sa comment nyo po. If it's good, I will reply. But if it's not, I'm sorry, hindi ko po kayo papatulan. I'm not here in my vlogs, in my channel, to have a debate. I am here just for at least educational purposes, for reflection, for you to understand a lot of things that maybe some of you, especially the younger generations, have not known during our time. So this is my vlog and these are my 2 cents. With that, as I always say, this is Richard Solomon of my YouTube channel, Cha and My Narratives, saying to everyone, as always, peace, God bless, and love one another, more so your families. Bye for now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.